Okay, and it says we are live. Let me go over here. Check out the stream. This time I have it silenced at least. Why am I watching a commercial? There we go. Okay, so it looks like the stream is going. And let me go ahead and tweet this out. Okay. Okay, that's tweeted out. Get back over here to the stream. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Hey, Curtis, how you doing? Electronics 101, hello. I hear my phone beeping. I think that was from me just doing the tweet on the computer. Oh, goodness. Sorry for the late start. My mom did come home today, so I just wanted to make sure she made it to bed and everything's good that way, so everything's looking good. So I figured get out here and get going on this. In case you missed the last episode, my print bed froze up. So now I'm going to find out why. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Greg did it. It's his fault. Oh, goodness. Thanks, Greg. Okay, so first thing first, let me go ahead and pull the build plate. Because what I want to do is I want to loosen the belt and see if it's maybe one of the bearings on it causing the problem, or what it is. Oh, what that is. Yeah, that's not going to come off very easily. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Belt isn't super tight. Let's go ahead. That's right, that was with a Allen wrench. Wrong wrench. Is that wrench? No, there's got to be that wrench. Okay, so now that the belt is loose, it's not the bearings. So at least we know that much now. Let's go ahead and pull this off the rest of the way. Let's see what the chat's saying here. What's this about? What kind of brownies? Oh, man. Let's see. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, what it was, she was at the rehabilitation center, and so they checked her all out, said everything, she's doing a lot better. She was doing all the exercises they wanted her to do, so they went ahead and felt confident on her coming home. And so far, she's doing really good. And she's getting to sleep in her own bed, which That's a huge plus. What's Curtis printing? Thank you, Curtis. Yeah, she is. Yeah, Curtis came down a while back and had lunch with us. Went and had a baked potato. That was really good. Okay, it's not the bearings. So, next thing, those bearings are fine. Those bearings are fine, so it's pretty safe to say it's going to be the NEMA 17. So, let's just go ahead and pull these screws. Let's go ahead and unplug that. We'll leave that screw in a little bit until I get everything else taken loose. Since I don't want to take any wiring loose, let's go ahead and take that loose. Let's see. I think I can leave that switch alone. Okay. So now I just need to take this last one loose. Let's see. Monterey area, yes. I'm actually from Salinas. It's where I live, and we're like what 20 miles from inland from Monterey. Okay, so yep, NEMA 17 is locked up as tight as it can be. Let's see, what have I got to do as far as wiring to take that loose? Let me just go ahead and pull that. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that switch. So I'm not having to play with a bunch of wires at the moment. Oh, don't spin around on me. There we go. Okay, let's kind of get that out of the way for the moment. What I'm hoping, at least I was hoping to pull that out fairly easy, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit harder than I thought. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Hey, Paul, how you doing? You know what? Before I go much further, let me just go ahead and clip this. Get it out of the way. Yeah, the dog's barking. Okay. I'm probably going to go ahead and pull the printer board so I can get to the wiring part. Well, yeah, I better do it. Let's go ahead and pull it. 23 screws. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, don't want to do a real long stream tonight. I just want to get in here mainly to find out what was wrong and see if it's something I can fix. But it's the NEMA 17 motor for the X-axis. So I do have my extruder from my older G-Tech. I might just see if that'll fit on it. And if it will, I might give that a shot and see if I can get it up and running tonight. C-Dub in the house! How you doing, Calvin? Calvin's got that fresh internet ready to get going now. Maybe we can start doing some live streaming together now. Okay. That thing is seized. Well, just for giggles, probably making a huge mistake. But let's just go ahead and just take a peek and just see if it's maybe something that's easily taken care of. If not, then I'll pull that other one. It looks like the same style stepper motor. Whether it's got the same steps and everything, I don't know. What did Jimmy break now? The NEMA 17 is seized up. That's the reason why it quit printing, apparently. Which that was the worst thing I was worried about. Let's just go ahead and pull this other piece. Yeah, it's going to be the smaller. Nope. It's going to be this one. Don't open the stepper. Okay. Never open a stepper. Okay, I won't open the stepper then. I'll put the screws back in it. But yeah, that thing is seized. So let me just go ahead and put the screws back in it. And I will just pull the piece there off, and I'll see if I can get that onto that other stepper and get it going. So, just so I know, what happens if you open a stepper? Chris is a party pooper. Okay, Chris, I need to know what happens if you open a stepper motor. I take it something bad happens if you open the stepper, huh? You let all that magnetism out? Oh, man. I'm all for letting the magnetism out. Okay, so I just pulled that off and it freed up. That's weird. So was it just too tight against the housing? Or did I do something bad whenever I loosened the screws? I actually didn't remove nothing. It might have been rubbing. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering. And maybe it just going back and forth, it was seizing up. Well, do I put it back together and try it with this motor? Trying to figure out. Let's see if I adjust it going the opposite, where I can bring it down like that. Maybe that would be a better way of doing it. Let's take a quick look here. I went by the way the video looked, so I didn't want to go different from what the video said. But I think that might actually be a better idea, just to take and mount it on there. Instead of being like this, mount it so it's like that, and then I can bring it further on the shaft and bring it away from that part of it. I'll give that a shot. Let's see, what am I missing here? Yeah, I do think the pulley was rubbing on the stepper. Did you get that mount? Oh yes, the mount came in today. So I was actually I thought about getting out here earlier and getting it set up, but I was running a little bit late. So I didn't get a chance to do it tonight. So hopefully this weekend I can get it taken care of. I got somebody calling me. Hang on for a second. Excuse me for one moment. It's my wife. Hello? Hey, my dear. Hey, baby. I'm in the middle of the live stream. All right. I'm on the way. Okay. I love you. Take care. You too. Bye. Bye. She's on her way back from a birthday party. My stepdaughter's birthday party. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's see here. Get back into this. Yeah, because that way I can actually bring that down. I can bring that down pretty low. So yeah, let's just do that. And give it a shot with the same NEMA 17. Live call. Oh, man. Okay, what am I missing on this part? Well, for one thing, if I get that wire out of the way, that would make it a whole lot easier. So I saw that there was a Curtis that bought a Printrbot, was it the printer belt or whatever it is? Was that you, Curtis? It wasn't. Oh, rats. Let's see. Yeah, Calvin, are you free? Around 2 o'clock. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason you see that you're going to maybe get to a station or something that's a little bit further away. Let me know, and I'll see if I can get past and pick you up if need be, because that might save you a little bit of time too. Okay, so now let's just go ahead and get the printer board put back and get this stepper motor plug back in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do before I go through all of that? I am just going to go ahead and just rig this up, make sure that I've got nothing grounded out here. And I just want to do that one stepper motor, just see if it moves. Yeah, that was, as soon as we saw the name Curtis on Twitter, the first thing that crossed my mind is like, yes, he got one. Okay. So from what I understand, that printer belt, it's supposed to really, you're supposed to print, I guess, as long as you want, huh? Is that the idea with it? Okay. Plug it back in, see if it connects with it. Oh. So did I open? Oh, I opened up the wrong Cura. That's why. What happened to the right Cura that I had there? .04.0.4 is the one that they had me download. Okay. That does not. Where did my whole thing go for the printer? There we go. So got that loaded in. And what was the other one? Huh. For some reason, it's wanting to load up the Meat Creator too, and it should be a whole different profile in here. Let's go back over to machine, add new machine. For some reason, it didn't save the profile for the Printrbot. That's awful weird. Okay, so did that. Now take and open the profile. There's the profile. And for some reason, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it now and plug it back in and see if it catches to where I can. I got the light on that. It's not showing up with the. Let's see. It's not showing up with the icon for me to get into the little where I can adjust the Z height and all that kind of stuff. What am I missing? I know there's something I'm probably just not looking at right here. Okay, so it comes up Printbot Play. That's right. Hey, PJ, if you're still in here, do you what do I click on Cura in order to open up the little window for controlling it manually? Do you remember? I have to load the model. Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. It's got to be something simple like that. Oh man. Normally I'd be out here and kind of get everything set up ahead of time, but I just didn't get to do it. Okay, there we go. There it is. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, let's unplug it and plug it back in because it's needing to find the port. So I have the screen that says printing on COM3 and it says operational temperature, but it's not showing me the other. It's not showing me the screen where I can actually control it. Okay. Yeah, I need to hold the train model. That's true. I know there's another button here that I am missing. Let me go back into that one file. Hey Josh, how you doing? So there's the Printrbot test print. I need to get back into my getting started folder. There we go. Okay, so it's Cura 15.4.6. And I'm in 15.04.4. So what happened to the Cura? Oh no, they quit selling your action cam? Oh man. I need to get back into Craftware again. Let's see, file preferences, print window. Okay. File preferences. And interface. That's right. Okay. Thank you very much, PJ. I appreciate it. There it is. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do, that's going to be the X. It's turning. Okay, so that's working now. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it back off. Unplug it here and then start getting it put back together. Now for the belt needs to be down fairly close to the base, but not that close. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. Let's see, that's going to be, yeah, that's going to leave me some room where it's not going to be up against that stepper motor anymore. So that's going to be a lot nicer. There we go. Okay. So now, I know there's it is. Put that on there. And somehow I moved my mouse and lost the chat. There we go. Move over there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I forgot to hit save or something on it. That could very well be what I did. I have no idea. I'm pretty new to that, to doing a file like that where you actually have that much control over it. Like I've said in the past, I always print off of the SD card. So I'm just not used to actually having that kind of control over the printer. You've given up on Craftware. How come? Did you go to another one, or wait, which one are you using now? Okay. I think that's going to work out good. Okay, so now I want to take my belt, get it around that pulley before I put everything together here. Come on. Here we go. Oh, it's wanting to fight me. Just go ahead and get it looped here. Something like that. Close enough for now. Yeah, I can play with the belt here in a moment. Let's go ahead and get a couple screws started. Oh no, your Meat Creator 2 gave up? What happened to it? That was the board or the power supply? Hey, Calvin's talking about his camera that he picked up. He picked up an action camera for like 60 some bucks on Amazon. The thing actually has a really good picture to it too, on par with his GoPro. I actually have a little camera on order myself. A very, very cheap one. I actually don't expect it to do much, but it'll be interesting to see it whenever it comes in. I am a huge fan of Wish, and I can't explain why, except the prices are really cheap on there. And I've always had pretty good luck with them. Like even when they had that printer that turned out to be a fake deal and it really is some kind of a scam, they refunded my money like within 1 or 2 days after buying it, when they figured out it was a scam. So they're pretty good people to deal with. The actual company, Wish, is actually located out of San Francisco. Hey, Chris, thank you very much for joining. Have a good night. And I'll be seeing you on Twitter here tomorrow. Hasta mañana. To the choppa. Oh, man. Yeah, Wish is actually, I really like Wish. Of course, I've been a huge fan of like eBay for years. That's where that's like my candy store is eBay. That still feels good. Let's see what happens when I get that belt. I probably should have had that down a little further. It's going to run right on the top of right at the top there. That's all right. It's right at the top of the bearings instead of down a little bit lower. So we'll see how it works out. Wrong one. I dropped my nuts out. No, I got one nut there. Get that one started. Okay. Yeah, the little camera I picked up on Wish, I want to say on special was like 25 bucks and then shipping on top of that. But it's supposed to, what is it? It's supposed to be HD. It's the, was it 18 something or other P? It's supposed to be doing that. And that actually doesn't feel bad at all. And I've got like that much, well, you can't see it there, but it's about enough room to fit that wrench between the pulley and the extruder. So hopefully that takes care of that. Okay. Just wanting to make sure that everything's moving the right way here. Yeah, we'll see whenever it comes in. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of hope for it. But you know what? Wish has surprised me in the past, though. Because that Boya microphone, the one I've used all this time, that thing I got from there. And I got this microphone here from there. The boom setup I got from them. Fiddle, I pretty much run on Wish. Let's go ahead and turn that bed around. And it just hit me too. Kind of back to the printer subject here. It just hit me with since it didn't save the information from last time, I'll have to go back in and readjust the print bed height. But I'll just go ahead and pop in I believe it was a negative 0.4, I believe it was, or 0.04 before. So I'll go back and do that. There we go. Now the print bed on the board on your Heat Creator 2, that is the GT's, was that 2560 or whatever that number is. I know for a fact they're about 55 bucks. But have you contacted when you get a chance, get hold of their you can either go onto Facebook, onto the group on there for the unofficial GTech owners group. Either go on there, or the best way is on Twitter and contact them on Twitter, and they're usually pretty responsive on there. Oh, they're in the board's memory. Okay, cool. I didn't think about that. That's right, because it would have synced it to the memory on the board. Okay, cool. So now I've got that. Let's go ahead and plug our power back in. Let's go ahead. I got that plugged in there. Wake my computer back up. I got to go back into the power settings. Good, that worked. So let's go ahead and home X. Oh, it's got to connect. Hang on. Good. That's a huge improvement. Okay, so let's go ahead and heat that up to 210. And let that warm back up. Now put my filament back into it. Let's see. Oh, they told you have to buy a new one. How long did you have it? Oh, for less than a year. Oh, that's just wrong. I actually have a board. One of my Patreon supporters watched the video a while back where I mentioned I would like to take and upgrade my other G-Tech, upgrade it from the whatever that board is. It starts with an S. I don't even know how to. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but I wanted to upgrade it to the GT board because with it you can have the active cooling with the software. And last week it finally came in, so I've got the entire kit. It's got the drivers to it, and along with the board and everything. So that's going to be actually one of the upgrades I'm going to be doing to that printer here in the next few weeks, probably. Of course, I got a couple other projects I've been needing to take care of. One of them, another supporter of the channel, sent me a card for this computer, a graphics card. And that's actually something I want to get taken care of. I'll show you that one if you don't mind. Hang on for just a second. I wanted so bad to just throw it in there. But the thing is, I want to take and actually do a video and actually unbox this thing on camera and put it in the computer and actually do a test to see whether going with a newer graphics card in an older computer, if it actually does any kind of help when it comes to video rendering. But yeah, it's a FTW. I gotta keep reminding myself that means for the win, because that's not what it used to mean. But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing they're really good cards. So that's going to be interesting to try out. Okay, so I'm up to, am I up to 210? Oh, it says I'm still 30. How come I didn't send the temperature? There we go. For some reason, I didn't send the signal to it, so now it's heating up. Yeah, the old FTW was a way different meaning. In fact, that's one of my brother's favorite sayings right there. Oh, man. Okay, so now I'm up to 161, 166. That's climbing pretty fast. Give it another minute here, and then I'll actually, at this point here, it's at 184. I should be able to start doing it. Feed a little bit out and pull out. There we go. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and tell it to print. Get some of this out of the way here so you guys can see it. Got my wires all over the place. Okay, what's it bottoming out on? Oh, my screw come loose. Stop it. Oh. So somehow something loosened. Oh, I see. This is the set screw for the actual, that part of it. There we go. Yeah, bottom one's real nice and tight, but the one for the rod itself was loose. Okay, let's wake it back up. Send the temperature back to it. Reconnect. Kill him as small as you're killing me. Okay. Temperature's coming back up. Okay, tell it to print again. It's all right. Once it gets dialed in, it'll be good. Okay. Something's. What am I? Let me take a look here. Something is not right. What am I doing wrong here? It's going to be something simple. But what is it? Oh. For some reason, it keeps working itself back out of that one piece there. Okay, so why is it doing that? Let's loosen that back up. Okay. Just weld it. Now I'm just curious now why. And I've got a wiggle there that I didn't have before. Let me first off see if why it's. I want to make sure. Okay, well, that's pretty close there. Let's just go ahead and play with that. I'll try to figure out clearance issues later. But let's just go ahead and go with that. Good. Beth made it home. Sweet. Okay, so let's reconnect. Whenever I lowered it down that last time, I felt something slip past something there. So I'll have to really check it and figure out why. It's going to be something simple. And more likely it has something to do with the NEMA 17 possibly. I probably just didn't have it in the right position. But it only goes in one way, so I can't see how I messed that up. Let's see. Hey, Josh, thank you very much for joining. You have a great day. Okay, so it's almost back up to temperature. I'll go ahead and send the print command to it. Let's see what she does. Yeah, I've got that coupler off just a hair because I can see it wobbling a little bit there. But I'll take care of that in a little bit. Right now, I just want to see it print. Yeah, it's starting to extrude. Yep, it's looking good too. Yeah, Calvin, I can't wait to see you get that taken care of. That's going to be cool. Yeah, Calvin's building his own 3D printer and cutter and yeah, laser cutter is a really cool tool to have. I've wanted one for years. I think his Epilogue was the one I was looking at years ago, and it was like at that time they were like $5,000, and that was one of the cheap ones. But they've come down so far on price; it's amazing. Yeah, that first layer is looking good on this one. The belt looks like it's riding right at the very top of the. It's right even with the top of the bearings to hold the belt in place. So there, it's going to be all right like that. $12 by 6 inch. That's a pretty good bill volume. So far, so good. It's looking good. Here's hoping this one actually completes. Oh wow, it's after midnight. I didn't even realize that. That's cool. I don't think this print will take a long time. Let's see. It's supposed to take 15 minutes, so that's not bad. As soon as I got done with that first layer, I can hear kind of a buzzing noise, but I think what it is, it's supposed to start the fans at like 50%, and then it'll increase on the next layer. Everything's looking good so far. Now, has anybody with one of those laser cutters, have they tried burning leather or anything like that? Like instead of not engraving, but where they actually do like initials and stuff into a belt and stuff like that? Oh, you know you want a room-sized behemoth. I would love to have a huge printer. Yes. You need to get. I really wish that company would have contacted you back on that one that we were looking at, the one with the bamboo sides. That thing was cool looking. The Nomad 883. That was a nice machine. But yeah, you're kind of outgrowing them now. You're getting to the point where you're needing a really nice one. Check something here. Yeah, Calvin needs a really nice industrial one. Yeah, the thing about Kickstarters, I mean, some of the Kickstarter deals are pretty good to back up, but it's like almost every one of them's like gambling. You just if you don't if you're not going to miss the money, that's one thing. But if you're going to miss the money, man, oh man, I wouldn't do it. He'd be like a kid in a candy store. Just amazing to me how that's sticking down to that cold bed that well. And just for back when it messed up the other day, that's how high we got with it. So we got a little ways to go with it. Man, that's an expensive CNC. Do it for science. That's right. That'd be interesting to see how it would hold up. You know, I need to get where I can have an overlay so that future, when somebody else watches it in the future, they can see what the conversation's going on. I guess I'm getting to the point where I need to go ahead and get OBS loaded up on this and get it figured out. Hey, Paul. Actually, tomorrow night, I've taken my wife and my aunt, and we're going to go over to Roaring Camp. It's over in Felton, and they have this. They have steam trains over there, and about 3 times a year they have what's called a steam train dinner party. And so you get there like at 6 p.m. You have a barbecue dinner. They have a live band play, and then just a little before, well, this time of year it'd be well before sunset. It's going to be about 8 o'clock. We'll get on the train, and then they ride it. You ride it up to the top of the hill, which I don't know exactly how far it is in distance, but it takes about an hour to get there. And at the top, you get off the train. They usually have somebody playing like some kind of music playing up there, and then you get like hot apple cider, and then you get back on the train, and then they take you back down, and they have apple pie and roast marshmallows and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool little trip. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it up there. We get there, once or twice a year. We try to go up there for that. But that's going to be this Saturday. Next Saturday is when the band Train is going to be at Shoreline. So I've been wanting to see them for years, and finally had the opportunity to get a ticket. So we're going to go to that. And this is the whole month of concerts. That's going to be on the 8th. The 14th, which is the following Friday, Kid Rock is coming to Salinas, so we're going to go to that concert. Then the next day, that Saturday, they're having a tribute band over at Hollister for Journey. We're going to go watch them. And then I think it's the week after that. Let's see, you have my dates figured out here. Everything's been such a blur lately. I forgot about half of this stuff. Yeah, the 22nd is when Matchbox 20 is going to be down at Paso Robles at the Mid-State Fair. So we're going to be going there to that. So it's like one concert after another. So if for any reason during the upcoming month, you see a bunch of videos where it's just time lapses and showing the thing afterward and you don't hear any talking, you'll know my voice pretty much got messed up. Small's first project is actually going to be to print that rail car of C-dubs. Oh, my mind is shot, man. Calvin. C-dub. I can remember C-dub before I can remember Calvin. That's been bad. Yeah, I love my bands. Love them. And believe it or not, I have seen Journey live. I have seen Def Leppard. I've seen the Scorpions. I've seen all these pretty good sized bands. But the loudest one I ever went to was Matchbox 20. Love back to you, my brother. Oh, seems like the longest 15 minutes, isn't it? It looks like it's just about to the point where it failed last time. Yeah, it's looking like it's doing it. It's now past where it was before. Because there was this one little part right here that was a hole and it just covered it up. So it's doing good. Yeah, it's higher than the previous print. Yeah, he's the beard guy on Twitter. Kind of changed tones there, so I'm just checking it. Oh no, Curtis. Don't get him started. Yeah, Calvin, we need to finish up that. As soon as you get the buttons done for this one spinner, we'll get the giveaway going. We got to celebrate you hitting. You're going to be hitting 700 here pretty quick, aren't you? I think the other day you were at 650 something, right? Okay, so it's working on some of the letters. Nice. I see a P. Yes. Calvin took and he made this fidget spinner body where he, I believe it was brass, right? That he machined. And it's got Calvin Witt, Make It With Calvin on one side, and it's got Jimmy Shaw's Tidbits on the other. And so we're going to take and do a giveaway and, you know, promote my channel, promote his channel. It'll be a pretty cool giveaway. But he's working on the buttons for it now. We were going to 3D print them, and he's like, something this cool, why would we want to 3D print something whenever we'll just go ahead and machine it? Yeah, same exact shape as what Angus got. I mean, it's nice looking. It's small, but it's heavy. It's got some weight to it. No, don't worry about it, Calvin. You've been busy, man. Well, it's well past that one. It's looking good. Still printing on that P too. That's gonna be a tall P. Yeah, man. And then you're getting ready to go back down to LA too, aren't you? I can't get over this lag. I'll take it. I'll say something. I look over and it's like 30 seconds later. So they're all even on the top? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still doing some bridging. So I think it actually looks like they might be kind of layered. Hey, man, it's all fun, though. If you can get down there and have some fun, kind of break up the monotony, it's worth it. I'm just really glad they got your internet working again. Because, man. Just watching that belt down there, make sure it's not working up too high, but it's staying right, even with those top the top bearings. It's right even with the top of them, so that's cool. Just want to make sure it doesn't come past the top of it, because if it starts working up, they can flip over, but it's looking good. Well, they still haven't got your long distance for it working? That's no good. C-Dubs needs that long distance or else. Oh, man. I keep telling them, get Comcast. As horrible as everybody says Comcast is, it's way better than the AT&T one. That's one thing that I had a falling out with AT&T over is I was paying for 6 megabits down, and I want to say it was 0.75 up or 1 up or something like that. And I never could get to the right speed. And then I started doing the YouTube thing, and then when I started one of my first videos I uploaded from home was this 20-minute video where we went down the coast. And I kid you not, it took 15 hours for it to upload. And while it was uploading, we couldn't watch Netflix. We couldn't even go on the Wi-Fi and look at Facebook. It wouldn't even load up. And so I called them up, and they're like, "Well, it's because it's a single channel service." What do you mean? Well, you can do an upload or you can do a download, but you can't do both of them at the same time. And that's what I'm like. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go over to Comcast, and Comcast is what, 4 channels up, 4 channels down, or something like that. Yeah, I have Magic Jack. That's one of the things to offset the cost of Comcast. Is I gave up the home phone, but I went and I got Magic Jack, and it's like $35 a year, plus I think it's $10 a year to port the phone number. And I just have it hooked up to the router, and it works perfectly fine. It's looking good. Still looking nice. Are you thinking about getting one of those Wi-Fi or the Wi-Fi box for your cell phone service? Oh, wow. 45 to 50 megabits per second upload? Man, that must be fiber, right? Yeah, you should be able to upload through Wi-Fi. I don't know if any of you follow the other channel I've got, the Jimmy Shaw's Leftovers. I just was trying to come up with a name just to throw it out there. And I've only got like 12 subscribers, so it's not anything big. But I took and I filmed building a couple barbecue pits the other day. And I just tossed them up there, and I did all that from my cell phone. Didn't even touch a computer with that one. And the upload time wasn't that bad. Oh, a ton of bonded lines. That's a good idea. It's getting closer. I know we're well past 15 minutes, so that time was kind of it completely underestimated it. See, Deb needs a speedy net. Getting close. It's all on the lettering now. I'll go ahead and turn this a little bit so you guys can see it the other direction here. Yeah, it's just about done. Ah, there we go. Nice. Okay. So can't get over that cold bed. Okay. I pulled off some tape, but that's all right. That tape really sticks nice. Bottom looks really good. Lettering looks really nice too. Let me see if I can hold it close enough to the camera so you can see it. Yeah, there it is. No, where's the Hodge twins? Look at that. Look at that. Respect it. That is cool. I love this little printer. It's so cute. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad that's working now. I feel a whole lot better. Because he's tight like that. Oh man. Respect the logo. Respect the logo. Okay, guys. Well, it is 12:41. And if there's anybody like to say anything or ask any questions or anything, I'll keep it on until 12:45, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to run away and go to bed. Glad it's a runner. Yeah, I'm glad it's working. I feel a whole lot better about it. Thing is, the very first printer I wanted to get was the Printrbot when they very first came out with the metal one. Was it the Simple Metal? That's the one I was really wanting to get, and then I just at the time I just couldn't afford it, and that's how I ended up getting the G-Tech aluminum one. Yes, PJ, thank you very much. Once again, my friend, thank you very much for this. This is awesome. And like I said, the next thing we'll be printing on it will be that railroad car of Calvin's. That's going to be cool. Be a nice test for it too. Maybe do the all-in-one. Give it a shot. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bounce then. Thank you very much for watching. Slow 27. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you, Paul. Calvin, Curtis, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for joining me. All the rest of you that are watching, thank you. For some reason, I don't have a number here showing how many you were watching, but it might be just you guys, which is fine. That's great. I don't mind a small audience that enjoy it. That's for sure. C-Dub is out. Peace, brother. Let me get on over here to my other screen. There we go. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend. And next video will be on Wednesday with any luck. I'll have something up. It'll either be the graphics card or do another printing video or something, or maybe even get this thing printing that railroad car. But thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.